again. I love this life lesson for your heart, for my heart, and presented by a Christian Dr. Seuss. Forgiveness. Let it go. This life of faith, lived by grace, we just talked about that, calls us to a choice-filled race. Choosing the narrow road actually keeps us from carrying a heavy load. Well, a case in point. You know, when we get our nose out of joint, when we refuse to forgive, when we say yes to a grudge and no to love. His yoke is easy, his burden light, but for us it becomes a hard race because we won't show mercy, we won't give grace. Justifying our right to be mad, thinking, you've hurt me too bad. Not this time. You've hurt me too much doing all that terrible stuff. But what we don't see when totally focused on me and me and me, our need for mercy, our need for grace, that we're not receiving while we remain in an unforgiving place. To the merciful will he show himself merciful. To the humble will he give grace. Yet both escape us while we remain in an unforgiving place. Give what you need. You need mercy, forgiveness, and grace. Then you'll live with God in that place. Let it go, your hurts and pains, and you'll be free. No more thoughts about how they did that to me. His life you'll experience in your soul when you forgive. So let it go. Now let's talk. I mentioned a choice-filled race. There's that word again. It's showing up every place. Now let me set the perspective, because we're not presenting rules you must follow or nanny boo-boo on you. For when we were yet without strength, now I'm quoting from the book of Romans, chapter 5, verse 6. When we were yet without strength, powerless to help ourselves, Christ died for the ungodly. Ungodly. We qualified. Now verse 8. But God commended his love toward us. God shows and clearly proves his love while we were yet sinners. Sinners, we qualified. We needed forgiveness. We didn't deserve it. We couldn't earn it. And neither do those who need our forgiveness. They need my forgiveness? Yes, my unforgiveness works to keep them bound to just the propensities in which they're currently found. They need my forgiveness to help set them free. That's a spiritual reality. And I need to forgive, because forgive, and I will be forgiven. So you see, they need my forgiveness, and I need forgiveness to be forgiven. That's Luke, the Gospel of Luke, chapter 6, verse 37b. I don't see any loopholes here. Now, I'm not belittling what might have happened or happened multiple times, because the hurt is real. The pain you feel, and you will not succeed if you try to forgive through your feelings. It's your feelings that are screaming and hurting. I know. Been there. So go another route, and you will have success. Use your mind to fully engage your will. So by choice, your mind, you engage your will. Your feelings don't get in on this deal. Forgive from your will. It's your master control. Now, let me try to give you a graphic to help you see this as I see it. It's helped me. Picture an 18-wheeler, and we'll say it's the graphic of your soul. The windshield, with its view, represents your mind. The steering wheel, your will. And the long trailer portion, your emotions. When your emotions are in control, you jackknife, and over the edge you roll. But with the steering wheel, your will firmly in hand, you direct where your emotions will land. You can move forward safely in a righteous path. Once you've done that, you have chosen to forgive with your mind and your will. Lock your will in that gear. Once you have done that, lock it in. Because we all know your feelings, and my feelings will try to play on my heart like a crying child trying to get its way, crying and whining in a most pitiful way. But don't give in, because you have fully decided to forgive. Now, you know what you've done? You've forgiven. And all parties are free. Let's go back to this when you get your nodes out of joint. I've done that. Probably doesn't come as any surprise to you. I remember a specific time when my nose was clearly out of joint. Then I heard something wise come from my heart. That's not like my master. And I straightened right up. Another time when badly hurt, I can remember almost the physical pain. The Lord told me, Mary Alice, would you be mad at a blind person? No, Lord. Note, I called him Lord. And I straightened right up. See how marvelous it is to have that forgiving guide living right inside? Oh, what practical truths he gives us. Life lessons can now become part of both your and my heart.